Represent clothing, tag. Nike clothing, tagged. Hyrox, tagged. Tag my own business? Nah, that's too salesy. That's why Hyrox is killing your fitness business. In today's video, we're going to talk about the rise of Hyrox that personal trainers and online coaches are taking part in and why it could be killing theirs or your fitness business. If you've been following my content, you'll know that my agency builds predictable, stable fitness businesses through monthly recurring revenue. We're literally the only monthly recurring revenue agency in the world, so we're pretty good at it. So let's get to the facts here. Hyrox isn't killing your business. It's your approach to Hyrox that's killing it. There's nothing wrong with Hyrox. In fact, it's great that you're showing you're an inspirational leader, you're driving forward, you're setting these big goals, you're booking these events, inspiring clients. But the problem lies when you make it about your entire personality or your entire brand. Now, this goes for anything, right? Right now, Hyrox is the scapegoat, but this has been happening for years and years and years and years. Personal trainers in the past have clung on to bodybuilding. This is my thing, this is my personality, cream of rice, me on stage with tan. By the way, I like bodybuilding, I like watching it. But you make stuff your personality. Now, without getting too deep about this, and I'm by no means a psychologist or a therapist or nothing, but the reason you cling on to bodybuilding, Hyrox, dieting, cardio, anything that distracts you from the real world is because you need a focus, you need something to focus on. But when you make it the thing that's so important, this is the same for relationships. If you put your partner on a pedestal or whatever it is, you can't make one thing your happiness and you can't make it your only sole focus, because when that thing doesn't serve you the way you want it to serve you, it's going to come crashing down. Now, I'll give you an example of this. We've seen so many coaches become wannabe bodybuilders and they had mismanaged expectations. Now, on the surface, they'll tell you, oh no, I'm not looking to be competitive, I'm just wanting to push myself and stand on stage. Then they go on stage, they come off, they don't place, nothing goes well for them, and they start to slate it. They start to say, I wasn't what they were looking for. Or, yeah, this sport is so subjective. It's like, no, you just weren't good enough. That's the facts. But they say this to make themselves feel better. And then months later or years down the line, they slate bodybuilding and then start to say, oh, you know, bodybuilding's no great. It really ruined my relationship with food and all this sort of stuff. It's like, yeah, because you were never going to be good enough in the first place. Oh, it's the taking part that counts. No, it's no. It's bodybuilding. You go up there to compete. It's called competition. Now, the same happens with Hyrox. Now, the thing about Hyrox is that there's times, so that's your time and that's it. You have to beat people's times. Bodybuilding's a bit more subjective because it's like we prefer that look or that look, and that's fine. But what's already happening with Hyrox now is people's mismanaged expectations. They do their first one, this is the worst part, they do their first one pretty badly, but again, they took part, great, wow. And then they go and try and advise Hyrox. And then they spend the next couple of months talking about Hyrox, right? And this takes me into my next point here. If you're into Hyrox right now, when was the last time that you actually spoke in your content, emails, marketing, ads, whatever, about your unique methodology? When was the last time? Because what I'm seeing right now is these Hyrox people with their tops off, talking about Hyrox, buying the latest Nike trainers. That's all they do. That's their personality now. And I can't see any success stories for their clients, any unique methodologies, anything they're doing different from other coaches, nothing. And that's why Hyrox can kill your business. And I get it. Posting about Hyrox makes you feel like you're posting content about the fitness industry. It's relevant right now, it's trendy, and it feels safe to you. It's the same as bodybuilders post about bodybuilding because it feels safe to them and they can kind of get away with talking about it because it's in the fitness industry. And that's not the case, because what happens is that you're pushing Hyrox agenda. If I was to say to you, like, go and grow your business, you're like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that because it's salesy and sleazy, and it's like, you're literally tagging another business every single day and speaking about them. You're essentially becoming free marketing and a free affiliate to Hyrox. When I'm not being funny, but you're probably sitting there struggling to grow. Maybe you're growing quite slowly. Maybe you're just telling yourself that everything's fine, and maybe once you get a bit of Hyrox time, you'll actually grow the business. But I know from working with bodybuilders in the past, and I've been in the gym with them 24/7, they always think that as soon as they get that placement, as soon as they get invited to the British, and now it's happening with Hyrox. And what you notice is, like, we used to see bodybuilders go all over the UK and even to Europe just to get a place so that they could put it in their Instagram bio. And it's like, well, why are you doing that? Like, surely you want to stay at the most competitive places if you want to get that title. Now it's happening with Hyrox. People are going here, there and everywhere just to get a flag. And look, this might be a phase that you're going through, and that's absolutely fine. We all go through phases of what the approach we take to life, the approach we take to health, fitness, relationships, and that's fine. But I just know from being doing this a long time that if you put any one thing on a pedestal when you're running a business, you're going to be left disappointed, because I know for a fact you haven't managed your perception or your expectations of how this is going to turn out. One of the things that I've heard recently is like, I was just going in and doing push downs and curls, and I started hating bodybuilding training. It's like, the last time I checked, bodybuilding training is not bicep curls and push downs. If you lift properly with bodybuilding, it's heavy lifting, like actual heavy squats, heavy deadlifts, heavy rows. That's proper bodybuilding. So the fact of the matter is, your knowledge has been capped for your training. It's not bodybuilding's fault. Now, by the way, here, look, I'm just comparing them both because we've seen this for about 10 years with bodybuilding. Now we've seen it with Hyrox. I know what's coming here, and I know when I used to help PTs, I'd see them struggling to pick up clients in the gym, and it's because they thought their body was the thing that's going to carry them. Hyrox is bodybuilding. You've got your top off. You get to the end and you're either first, second or third. You have to pay to play. If you don't place, you don't even get spoke about. They take pictures and then sell you those pictures at the end of the event that you have to buy, or you be cheap and keep the marketing logo on it. It's the same thing. You might say, but it's your heart and lungs I'm working, it's healthier. It's still the same thing. Now let's get to the conclusion of this whole video here. I want you to have this rule. If you're loving Hyrox and you're buzzing about it right now, it's giving you a buzz for creating content and sharing a message, brilliant. I'm happy for that. Let's just make a rule. For every one post of Hyrox that you do, I want 3 posts about you, your business, and your clients. Cool? Because if you do that 3-to-1 ratio, happy days. You're going to grow your business, you're going to promote your clients, you're going to get referrals, and you're also going to show your journey as well, which you're passionate about. So Hyrox can be a part of your business, but it can't be your business. Look at CrossFit already, look at bodybuilding for some people. Please do not make this your business, because what I'm seeing right now, right, this is what the observations I've made. Coaches who are all in on Hyrox, they've literally changed their bio to Hyrox coach, Hyrox affiliate. They've changed their bio to like Nike and stuff like that because they're getting a discount code, all these protein places. And it's getting to a point now where they're actually growing other people's business and their livelihood instead of their own. They might think, oh, but I took a picture of my top off at Hyrox. That's a business post. No, it's not. It's not a business post. And actually right now you're blending in with everybody else. So a couple of other things that I've noticed now is coaches moving sessions to go to Hyrox, so taking the Monday off and stuff like that and doing it quite consistently. So rejigging their schedule and upsetting client consistency. Again, it's your business. You can do what you want. But if you repetitively do that, I guarantee clients will get pissed off. The other thing I've noticed is like there's people doing Hyrox and looking at other coaches doing Hyrox and stuff like that. And you've got to remember, some of these coaches are really, really established. They've got team members and stuff. My mate Chris, Christian, these kind of guys, like they have established their business to a certain amount. I'm not going to give away numbers and stuff like that, but they've established it to a point where if they go for a long weekend away, their team's covered, their clients are looked after. Their marketing doesn't solely rely on them. There's a lot of business owners watching this. Like whatever you put out there in the world is the thing that you're going to get back. So if you keep pushing Hyrox, you're going to get Hyrox attention, not business attention. The other thing is really just like, if we remove Hyrox, bodybuilding, any training methodology, is like your time. There is only so much time that you can put into your, like all those different cups, your business, your family, your relationship, your training, your nutrition, all these kind of things. And the reality is like Hyrox style training and bodybuilding stuff is like 2 hours a day training. You know, by the time you eat, like there's the eating before it, there's the stretching, there's the actual training, there's the kind of come down from it and like drinking your protein, whatever, eating your food. And then there's also all the recovery sessions from it. So the recovery things for Hyrox is kind of similar to like bodybuilding, where they're on the steps and cardio all the time, all these kind of steps. So if you look at your week, you're spending like 10, 12, 14 hours on Hyrox alone, or in any training methodology alone. And then we take into consideration if you're a PT doing sessions in the gym, if we look at online coaching where you've got a bunch of check-ins to do, marketing, video editing, video content, podcasts, YouTube. Think of all of that. People argue back with this when I say stuff like this, where they're like, yeah, but your health's the most important thing. Absolutely. But 14 hours of training is not health. That's improving performance. That's going peak. That's going to other areas. That's taking health to the extreme, which is great, right? Nothing against it. But the problem is that when I go on and audit content and look at stuff, it's almost like you work for Hyrox. And I don't want that for you, because you can love Hyrox. I've nothing against it. What I have got against is like coaches not building their future, not building stable recurring revenue, because it's a horrible place to be. I've been in debt before. I know what it's like. And I do not want that for anybody who watches this video, anybody who follows me on Instagram, anybody who reads my emails, anybody who watches my ads. I don't want that for you. And it's happening if you keep putting your energy to other areas. So please just get your business to a certain point. Make sure that you're pushing your unique angle, your voice, your brand personality, your personal brand, all of that good stuff, because that's going to secure your future for you and your family, your partner, whatever. And that's it. Is Hyrox killing your business? I'll leave it for you to answer that question. I just wanted to raise these points. Please stick to your journey. Don't look at what's going on in trendy right now. I just want you to be happy. I just want you to have your proper business for you. I might be getting older, so I'm starting to realise and notice these things that your ma, your dad, or these types of people, now they always know when you're at school and they know it's a phase you're going through. So I see this time and time again. You know, we've got over 150 active clients. I see it on social media every single day. And people go, oh, Chris doesn't like Hyrox. It's like, no. What I like way better is you building safety and security for the rest of your life. Thanks very much for watching. You've only got one of three things to do now. You either like, comment or subscribe. Only one of them is what I want. And that's it. Thanks for watching. See you again.